Okay, good evening. My name's Rita Horsley. I'm the orchestra teacher for Mariere, a couple of the schools in Houck in this neighborhood. Welcome to our very first demonstration concert. This is this year's fourth grade orchestra's first performance. So I like to take this evening as a time to kind of show you what we've learned, maybe teach them a little bit in front of you so you can get an idea about what we do in class 3 times a week. Okay, the very first thing we learned, besides how to, get our instrument out and take care of it, when they start fourth grade orchestra in September, is how to get into playing position. And I use 5 steps to do that so that they can practice it at home, step by step. So I'd like them to show you step 1. And there's a story that goes along with this, but I'll have them go through the steps first and we'll tell you the story. 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is step 1 through 5. Now, can we go back to step 1? Right here, students have a nice straight posture. Cellists should have their feet directly under their knees, their backs held high. Violists should have their shoulders back a little bit. And they are facing what we call home. This is their home. So on the board, I would draw their little stick-figure home and tell them to imagine it. Step 2, they decide they're going to go out to their Aunt Mabel's house. Because Aunt Mabel is baking them cookies, right? She's a really nice aunt. Now, if they move, they move a certain way, about 45 degrees for this step. If they move too far, let's see if they remember. It's been a couple of months. Whose house did we end up at? Do you guys remember? Hey! The uncle's house. No, not with the pool. No, not with the pool. No, with a stinky dog. And they went too far. They went to the house that had the wet dog, and that never smells good. So step 2 is Aunt Mabel's because she's got nice warm cookies. Step 3. Okay, cellos are ready to get down to business. Violins, they get a little homesick. They look towards home and miss home. Step 4, we realize cellos are like, we just want to play, Violins are thinking, well, Mom and Dad have no cookies for us. So they get a little bit of a snobbiness, put out. And they raise their notes. And then step 5, they say, well, no cookies for us, so we're just going to make some music. So those are the 5 steps. We're going to go ahead and play our very first song. We then learn the names of the strings. And our very first song that we play is the Dad song. Lovely flowy motion. That's on purpose because we do that to get them to loosen up and to learn how to stay together. Front row, you in the violins, you look like you were going to collide a little bit. You want to step out this way a little bit and give yourself some more room? A little bit more, otherwise you're going to keep bumping elbows. Okay, good. All right, the next song we do is the sad song. It also uses flowy motion and a couple of more notes. Step 5. I'm not sure if they noticed it or if they realized they were doing it, but I slowed it down at the end there. They stayed right together. And the last note, that's pretty awesome. So I'm pretty impressed with where they are so far, right? So aside from just learning the flowy motion, we also learn how to move faster, play faster notes. We stick our fingers, we anchor them to the side of the fingerboard so that when we play a faster song, our first finger can just, like that, can pluck the note as we need it. So we're going to show you Boogie Blues, and that's an anchored song. Did we repeat K? Let's repeat it. I use to train bow hands. And I know some of you might be thinking, well, I haven't seen them use the bow yet. They're not using the bow yet. We're still learning the correct position for all the fingers. And once they can get the bow hand formed, then I have them work on what I call bow aerobics. And that's to strengthen their hands, because the bow is held with counter pressure. And so a lot of students will try and hold it in a fist, or they'll squeeze really hard, and I want to try and counteract that. You'll start seeing them play a lot more with it in the coming weeks. So we have the squid song. They're going to sing it for you first, and you're going to see some of this flowy motion and some of the stick motion.